Hello YouTube. I have a little bit of a cough going on, so my voice is a little bit messed up, but I decided to play some Master Duel for a few hours, and I got Plat 1 with ABC, which was pretty nice. Just to prove that I'm there. There you go, Platinum 1. And I guess without further ado, let's just get into the deck. This is a... Don't worry about the striker deck, we're not playing that. So this is what I use for the rank grind. I mean, it wasn't much of a grind, to be fair. Platinum 1 is kind of easy to get right now. Regardless, let's go over the deck anyway. So, let's begin with our ABC pieces, of course. 3A Assault Core, 3B, 3C. I mean, that's just pretty standard. You want to have 3 of each. It helps you in the grind game. It helps you actually open a piece. If you activate Hanger, they ash you. It doesn't matter. You have a piece. You're good to go. 1 Heavy Mech. This is really just filler, if anything. This could be, I don't know, another hand trap or some kind of consistency card. Maybe in back row. This card did help me out a few times, but not really. It's fine. It's okay to play. It's pretty good when you equip it to Buster. Make it unaffected by... Well, sorry, not make it unaffected. Make it untargetable by a lot of things. That's cool. I'm not sure if I should include this as part of the ABC package, but I guess because you are playing Union Carrier and he's legal here, with the 1 Orbital and the 2 Soldier, makes Infinity. It's pretty good. It's in Gate. The 1 Driver, honestly, I feel as if I should have been playing 2 Driver, because you do have Buster at 1 in this, in this ban list. So if you get like Raigeki or I don't know, double like Lava Gold like I did in one of my games, it would be nice to have a second Driver just to, you know, make Emerald in late game when you can't rely on the tag out to make Emerald, you know. So just one. I only play 1 Driver because I went in with a TCG mindset, but play 2 Driver for that reason that I mentioned above. So Monster Reborn is just good generic card. It's free. It's very easy to obtain. 1 Terraforming. This is an ABC deck. You want to search out your Union Hanger as quickly as possible. 1 Lightning Storm. It's basically free because you get it from the 750 gem bundle. And it's actually really useful because you get to play against a lot of, or at least in my opinion, I play against a lot of Striker and a lot of Eldritch. It's funny in the story against Eldritch, this card was never useful because they always IO'd me. I ended up having to rely on pieces to deal with, like the ABC piece to deal with Eldritch. Anyway, 3 Pot of Prosperity, you know, it just lets you pick out any card. It lets you see Hangar quicker. It lets you see Galaxy Soldier quicker. It lets you see a lot of good cards. If you Pot of Prosperity, you can see maxx, Hand Trap, you know, whatever. 3 Hanger. This is an ABC deck. This is the best card in your deck, of course. 1 Double Cyclone. I lacked a lot of back row removals, so honestly, I would advise against playing this card just because it sucks. But I don't have MST and I don't have Twisters, so I play this to remove back row. Usually, it's like same idea with Droplet. You activate a card and then you droplet away the same card. So think of this as a scuffed droplet for back row hate, you know. 3 Unauthorized Reactivation. It's basically Union Hanger number 2, but it's also a sort of Call by the Grave that protects your piece. Well, not really Call by the Grave. How do I describe this card? It's quickly protection for any of your machines. So if your opponent, like, I don't know, is playing Striker and they afterburner your ABC, Chain Reactivation, make it unaffected by spells. If you're playing against Eldritch and they try to use a trap card, like, or honestly, not even Eldritch, if your opponent is playing imperm Buster, Chain Reactivation, make it unaffected by traps, by equipping C. You know the drill, just equip any of the unions that are appropriate at the time. Good card, good starter, good protection card, all around good card. Only thing I wish I could do about this card is activate it more than once, but I guess, you know, it wouldn't be balanced that way. It's pretty easy to get too because it's SR, so that's nice. Honestly, like, most of the deck is SR. SR, 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 SR. The only expensive part about this deck really is the, like, infinite impermanence. This is like, if you play 3 of this, is really good hand trap. I don't play Nib because I didn't really see that many combo players, and half the time hitting them with an Ash or even just maxx usually stop their turn. You don't really need Nib ever. Yeah, so one Solemn Strike, I pulled this card. This could be anything again. This honestly could just be MST. Like, these two cards here could be MST or Twister. MST, I believe, is a rare, so you could even just craft that if you want. Okay, that's not MST. We won't worry about that. So, you know, Solemn Strike, good card. 3 Torrential. This is a rare, and it wasn't as useful once I got to, like, Platinum, because, well, half the time I just used it as discard fodder, and Infinity Buster did most of the work here. And you don't really want to use Torrential because, like I mentioned before, you have 1 Dragon Buster. It's not ideal. I don't think I mentioned that, actually. Well, now I did. This is better if you have 2 Buster, but it's still not a bad card. It's also not bad when you brick. Like, I don't know, let's say we open really weird, something like 3 pieces, because you are running 9 pieces. You're running like 3 pieces, Torrential, and I don't know, double Cyclone. You could do something with that. Your opponent summons a big board, you Torrential at the right time, and you do something about it. If you have a better card, don't bother running Torrential. But obviously this is a free-to-play version of the deck, so, you know, it's a rare, easy to get. Do what you gotta do. Did I miss anything? I believe I missed Heavy Mech. No, I did not miss Heavy Mech. Heavy Mech is just a filler card, as I mentioned before. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. For the extra deck, 1 ABC Dragon Buster. This is an ABC deck. You can only play 1, so you play 1. I would love to play more than 1, but Konami hates us, so what can you do? 1 Daigusto Emerald, because we have 1 ABC Dragon Buster. You want to play more Buster? You go Emerald, shuffle it back in, summon it again. 1 Kachi Kochi. Honestly, this is just a filler card. It's a prosperity target. We don't care much about it. It's also free from one of the structure decks. I don't remember which one. Nova Infinity, because we like to negate things. If you don't already know, Hangar, when Unicare was legal, would make a 1-card Infinity Buster. You go Hangar, add B, normal B, equip Driver, Driver effect, banish, get the A, special the A, link away for Unicare, use B and A effect. Doesn't matter which chain, but usually you want to go chain link 2 on A, so you don't get with Nash. Then you add the A, sorry, you add the C, and you add a B. You go Unicare effect, target itself, equip Photon Orbital, Orbital effect, send itself to the graveyard, get Galaxy Soldier, activate Galaxy Soldier, discarding one of your unions, use the Soldier effect to add another copy of itself, summon the other copy of itself, overlay for Nova, overlay for Infinity. Cool, you have a negate on the board, make ABC. And depending on, like, if you fear Cyber Dragon, you could also just, you know, like the Cyber Dragon deck, just Infinity effect, suck up the Unicare so you don't get, like, Mega Fleeted. Otherwise, keep the Unicare on the field. You have two disruptions because of that, and that's, you know, pretty good. Alright, Lanfo, I can't pronounce that card name. We're just going to call him Lanfo. Prosperity target. Nightmare Cerberus, you know, it's a nightmare card. You proc effects, and you can chain block. You can pop a card going second, it's pretty good. Phoenix, I don't like Imperial Order. Phoenix says no to Imperial Order, you pop it. IP Masquerena makes pretty much like, well, we don't really have much of the good targets here, but you would make Apollosa or you would make Unicorn. I made Decode once against Striker, but that never happens. Unicare, because, well, Unicare is good for 2 reasons. You can either go 1-card Infinity Buster. That play is vulnerable to hand traps, but I mean, it's a 1-card combo. What do you expect? Or you can do ABC under 5 summons. It's actually exactly 4 summons by instead equipping the other union that you're missing. That's good too. Honestly, Unicare is just a good card. It boosts the consistency of your deck a lot. If you brick and you can somehow make, like, I don't know, you open B and like triple imperm and an Ash, I don't know, something weird like that, you can go search Heavy Mech. Sorry, not search Heavy Mech. You search another union, then I don't know, normal. I don't know, if you're playing a very weird grind game, you can do something like that. You can normal do something like that, make Unicare late game, and okay, I'm probably like going off the rails here, but it's probably better if I explain this with a explanation. I opened a B and I had a Heavy Mech in hand, right? So my hand was kind of weird. I just set the B and set some back row. My guy attacked into my B, couldn't clear it. I ended up going battle phase on my turn, crashing the B, adding an A Assault Core. Then I went normal, summon heavy mech in main phase 2, special to be, link it away, get the other union, photon orbital, went union carrier, and I was able to start my combo that way. You know, it's just a good card in general. Not much to say about it. Boosts consistency, lets you do crazy stuff like 1 card ABC, 1 card Infinity Buster, fun stuff. Decode Talker, this is again a structure deck card, very easy to get. And it was also most of the time a prosperity target, but I did make it that one time against Striker, which was funny. Other than that, yeah, just prosperity target, you know. Generic link 3, easy to make. I already went over Nightmare Unicorn. It's lets you link climb into access code and it spins a card. You can chain block again with Nightmare effects, just like Phoenix and Cerberus. Not much to say about that. Apollosa, I rarely made Apollosa, if ever. I don't think I made this, but it is good to make off IP, especially on a Taga. Like usually I like to make a 3 material Apollosa simply because we don't have more busters and I have to make an emerald to do anything else. And I'm also running a 1 driver, so making emerald is hard if you don't open, you know, if you don't have a level 4 already on the board. So I didn't really make this too often. I don't think I ever got to make this. The closest that I got to making this was like when I went Phoenix, pop something, special, whatever, make Decode Talker, special A, and then my opponent nibbed me, so I couldn't do anything for that. I couldn't make Apollosa. Didn't matter if we still won that game, so all good. 1 Rastrolager, this, I don't know what this card does, I don't really care. Never summoned it, never will. But it is a structure deck card, and it is a prosperity target. Honestly, most of this extra deck is a prosperity target. Then we have our 1 access code. I mean, it's access code. It's easy to link ladder into. You. All you have to do is open Hangar and a piece, and you're going to be able to link ladder into it. Any piece, as long as it's not this one. You go like Cerberus into Phoenix, into access code, pop 2 more cards, make ABC, game them with 8,300 damage. All good. That's about it for the extra deck, and like I said, most of this is prosperity targets. Like this is a prosperity target, that's a prosperity target. Mask is usually a prosperity target for me. Decode's a prosperity target. That's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a prosperity target. That's 5. And then you just pick your nightmares. Usually I pick a Cerberus because, like I said before, I played against mostly Eldritch and Striker. So Cerberus don't do much against Eldritch, so forget about that. It also does nothing against Striker because they're never going to summon a Striker link in the main monster zone. At least I don't think they will. Alright, so how do you actually win with this deck? Don't be afraid to set 5 pass deck. It's really not that big of a problem. If they set 5 pass and you don't open Lightning Storm, just play anyway. There's a good chance that you'll be able to outgrind them. Or at the very least make ABC at some point. And then the second you make ABC, you got your engine going. The biggest part about this deck that, like, its weakest point is probably counter trap negation. Like, a lot of times I got solemned, couldn't do anything about it, which is tragic. But if you're playing against anything that lets you chain, you're good. If you're playing against someone like, I don't know, if you get impermed on Union Carrier, you just go reactivation, equip C, you're good. If you're playing against something like, I don't know, 2 negate, 3 negate turbo, you try to imperm one of them and then play, like, I don't know, if it's an Omni negate, you probably want to imperm that. And then if there's like 2 monster negates, you go Hangar, B, driver, and just Nightmare Cerberus pop, and then going to Phoenix, sorry, not Phoenix, going to Unicorn, try to spin. As long as you can chain block, you're good. If you can't chain block, that's going to be a problem. And of course, maxx is fair. If you open maxx, you pretty much won most of your games. Alright, so the best board I would say with this deck is probably, like, the hand you want to open is usually obviously Hangar or Reactivation. As long as you can make Infinity Buster and back it up with 2 hand traps, I would say 2 hand traps is ideal, you're going to win most of your games. Because a lot of decks just fold to 4 disruptions essentially. One of them is a banish, one of them is an Omni negate, and then you have, like, let's be real. If someone hits you with an imperm and a maxx, or an Ash and an imperm along with 2 other disruptions, you're not going to play. It's not going to happen. Alright, I'm not exactly the best at unscripted stuff, but hopefully that was helpful to anyone trying to build ABC. if you like this deck profile and explanation, I guess suppose, give me a like, I suppose, subscribe, comment, do that kind of stuff. It helps me out immensely. And thank you for watching this video. Bye now.